I'm recording this session for the first time outdoors, and we'll see if you guys like this format. Maybe I should continue doing outdoor recordings. And if you see this tilak on my forehead today, this is because we have a local festival which is Pahari festival, Ganga Dasera. Many of you would be wondering why have I not touched upon the hottest debate which is taking place these days, which is on the report which has come out just 2-3 days ago, that Indian IT will lose 3 million jobs in 2022. I didn't jump into that because first of all, I like to add value into it. Just countering that that report does not really is not a purpose. We need to look at this report objectively, and I was doing my I was making my mind on that. So here I have prepared something for you today. So maybe we can have a look at what this report says to begin with. And the report says that about out of 16 million people who are working in IT industry, which is BPO, KPO, Indian IT services industry, 3 million probably will lose jobs. And the reason of losing these jobs is termed the evolution of RPA. So countering that report, NASSCOM has come up with its own figures, and they stated that over 1 lakh people would be hired in 21-22. Leave aside that job losses, and I would utilize this time to probably re-emphasize some of these major trends which are taking place in IT, and these major trends will tell you how accurate this report would be. So let us look at the major trends in IT right now. The first trend is RPA, that is robotic process automation tool. And RPA for the starters is for workflow automation, and the common tools are available in the market, or more popular tools are available. 2 of them are Blue Prism and UiPath, and they are making really good gains. Then comes Selenium, which is close to software development, and Selenium touches upon software testing automation frameworks. So automated testing is taking place, and probably this will have wider impact on testing job profiles. When we talk about DevOps is an IT automation framework. The concept is that the programmers should be able to code, and other things should be taken care automatically. That means the deployment, the batches, these fixes should all happen automatically. You don't need to go through the typical release cycle of enterprise software. Cloud is a big topic, and if you don't know cloud, probably you should start working in cloud space, because skills right now, the majority of jobs and the salary is in the cloud domain. But as the things are evolving, cloud is becoming very strong, and their offerings are becoming wider and wider. A lot of times they are providing automated tools and frameworks within the cloud space. So in the managed hosting mode or in the SaaS mode, they are doing a lot of activities which are beyond cloud space itself. AI framework, and if you have not looked upon AI as a dangerous aspect, probably you have not read AI in detail. So one small example is, when you call on to a BPO, you expect somebody to pick your call and respond to your some of the minor queries. What if your virtual assistant can do the same thing? What if your chatbot, which can take care of these preliminary questions and answers from the customers, and you don't need these people? So the L1 and L2, they can be directly impacted when they are working for these companies. L3 will take some time, but still L3 is also replaceable. Then comes the low-code platform, and low-code platform hits the programming world directly. So far, if you have seen all these aspects before, programmers seems to be not impacted and quite resilient, but low code platforms offer you that flexibility to, even if you don't know coding and no business aspect of it, with the help of low code platforms you would be able to do quite a bit of these things, which is the development. Now these technologies are still in its early days. Cloud has already happened, or cloud has already taken place for about 10-15 years now, and it's evolving very fast, but other things are still evolving, and when they reach certain level of maturity, probably we will see a lot of job losses coming from all the way. So looking at these things, now you know what that report was indicating. So the report was more of an indication to what's coming in future, not about in 2022. And also the absolute numbers would not make sense because we don't know how things will evolve, because these things themselves generate some jobs. So some of the effect will be taken care by some of the jobs in these spaces. Now that's not it. So this is one side of it, but the other side of it is more dangerous. So beyond the tools and techniques and frameworks, the human side is more dangerous. So I have shared this data with you before in the jobs at risk discussion about 2-3 months ago. If you have not checked, please go and check that. So what this report indicates is, when you, and I have taken this report from TCS annual data, what this report says is about 28% of male and 24% of females join the IT workforce when they are less than 30, 22, 23, somewhere around that time. But when they reach 30, only 11% of women are working. That means about 60% of women have already left their career aspirations, and the remainings would find it difficult by the time they reach 40. If you look at the 40 age, you have only about 1% of people working in the IT industry, especially in TCS, but the sample size is so large that you cannot ignore this just as a TCS data. This has wider meaning for the IT world. Believe me, Infosys, TCS, HCL, any other name, they will have similar pattern. So that means by the time you are reaching 40, all women are gone, and by the time you are reaching 40, only 7%, that means only 25% of men are working, and those men are maybe have really worked hard for that, but most of the people are losing job. Now look at this report with the findings of that report which has come out 2-3 days ago. Now you club them and tell me whether that report is right or wrong. So what to do about it? Do we have anything in our control, or we just wait for things to fall in? I think the smartest and the best people would survive, and as I said, please go and check my jobs at risk video. You would see some of the areas I covered. I talked how you can really fight that, but really when this happens at a scale, I'm not sure how much of that will also work. But having said that, not everybody will lose job. Some of us will still be working, but majority of us are at great risk of job losses. As I said, the report was not incorrect, probably our reaction is incorrect. So please don't react or overreact. Read these things carefully. I'll come up with another video, and hopefully if you like this discussion, I know what you have to do. I'll see you next time with another discussion. Take care.